it was just like this direct manifestation of the hate that I had been pouring into my body. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Sophie and I mostly talk about manifestation, law of attraction and mindset changes on this channel. Today I just really wanted to share a bit of a revelation that I had just today, and it's kind of about inner conversations, like we're always having an inner conversation with ourselves, like 24/7. It's all about kind of like paying attention to that. And I kind of had a manifestation of my inner world being reflected in my outer world. And it's all about how we react to things, because I chose to react to this in a way of gratitude. Something that is seemingly negative happened, but instead I found a way to be grateful for it, because it's teaching me and helping bring awareness to what's actually going on in my inner conversations. So what happened was, for the past week, I think I have been pouring hate towards myself about something so silly. So basically, I'm in New Zealand and I had to get work done on one of my teeth, and basically the teeth was dead, but the only thing they could do to fix it without completely like putting an implant and a new tooth in there was to kind of cover it up with like a filling. It's like a temporary solution. Dental work is like really expensive here. I think it would have been like 5,000 to get the implant. So I just decided I'll wait till I go back to Ireland and just get the temporary solution. But whatever the guy did, I hated it. I absolutely hated the way that my tooth looked, because it just kind of looks like fake. You can't actually really see it in my mouth, but for me, I was focusing on it negatively. And for about a week, I kept thinking about it. Even when I was doing my affirmations in the mirror and I was talking to myself, I was thinking in my mind, I hate my tooth. Right? So, but this was all unconscious. I didn't even realize it. Like, if I was conscious of it, I would have done the processing work that I speak of, or I would have done some journaling on it. But it was just deep in my subconscious. I just had no awareness to the fact that I was constantly talking about how much I hated my tooth, or like just flowing negative energy to my tooth. I was obsessing over it. Anytime I thought of it, it was negative. I was like unaware, like deep in my mind, that a lot of the time I was thinking about it, worrying about it, being anxious about it. And it wasn't until this morning when I woke up and I have like this huge cold sore. I don't think you can actually really see it on the camera, but I took some medication and I put some cream, so it's actually clearing up. Actually, you know what? It's probably because I shifted my mindset. This morning I woke up and there was a huge cold sore. Like, even when I went into the pharmacy, the woman was like, whoa, that cold sore is spreading all over your mouth. And as soon as I saw it, at first I was just like, why did this happen? And then I realized, why else, like, wouldn't it happen? I have been pouring hate towards like this exactly where the cold sore is exactly where the problem tooth is. And I just knew I created this. Like, I haven't had a cold sore in absolute years. Like, I don't really get them. So it was just like this direct manifestation of the hate that I had been pouring into my body. Like, I manifested this. So instead of getting upset, I was almost like, oh my God, yay. It's kind of cool, because like it just helped me to realize, like, Sophie, you need to change your mindset, or you need to start processing what's going on for you, like the inner conversations that you're having in your mind. So the first thing I said was, be nice to Sophie. Literally, I was talking to myself, you need to start being nice to Sophie. Like, why do we keep talking like this, you know, like complaining about my tooth. Like, it just, bringing that awareness to it, first of all, released so much resistance because I became aware of it. The second biggest thing that I want to highlight here is that if something manifests in your body that you don't like, there is a way to be grateful for this, and that is the fact that your body is actually just alerting you. It's calling you. It's actually screaming at you that you have been thinking negatively about something for so long and you have not paid attention to it. You haven't noticed it, that your body is trying to tell you something is not right. Something's wrong. It's negative. You have negative emotion on this. So if your body gives some kind of ailment, it's literally alerting to you to change it. Like, okay, you can change it. This is what's going on. You need to pay attention. It's basically screaming, pay attention. So because of all the work that I do, I was able to bring awareness to it and pay attention to it and start changing the way I'm talking to myself. You don't always have to say like, I love my teeth. I love my teeth. But you can focus on what is going right with your teeth. As an example, this is my example, you know, like, I'm so grateful that I'm not in pain. I'm so grateful that my teeth are functional, that I can chew food, you know, like, there's lots of wonderful things about my teeth, but I needed to shift my awareness. You don't have to pretend that you love the thing that you don't like, but you can find other things to focus on that you do like about it. There's always something. And then with the negative stuff, what I did is my processing stuff that I can link my last video about how to process negative emotions. So I thought about it, like, how do I feel about this tooth situation, right? And I gave it some time. So I breathed it into my body, like took some deep breaths and just focused on the feeling. I could actually feel a sensation around my teeth of like energy, you know, because I had been focusing so much negative energy there. I could feel it as soon as I just gave it some time, and I decided to breathe into it. And as I was breathing into my body, I said, where is this pain in my body? And I straight away thought of my throat. Okay, so that's where it's stored. That's where the negative energy is locked, and you know, it's stuck there. So I started to breathe into my throat. Now I will say that I was doing this while I was on a bike. So you don't have to actually sit down and lie in bed to do this. You can completely do this. Like, it was a stationary bike in the gym, so like, it wasn't dangerous or anything. So I was completely focused on, where do I feel it in my body? I felt it in my throat. I started to breathe into my throat, and then what came up? Anger. I realized I was so angry. I was angry and frustrated. So I was listening to music and I just poured the anger out of my body into the exercise. Just focus on releasing it, focus on feeling it, like letting the energy be there. And I could just feel like tingles all over my body as it was just releasing out of me, because I was given that attention. It was no longer subconscious anymore. So it all kind of ties in, you know, this problem I had with my tooth. It's like there was stored anger there. Maybe it was from my childhood. Maybe it was something that happened recently. It doesn't matter. All I know is that I needed to give it attention and my awareness. So I just wanted to give a reminder to anybody else who might be having a similar problem to me. Pay attention to what's manifesting in your body. It could be a headache. It could be pain, it could be tightness, it could be anxiety, it could be like a physical problem like my cold sore. Like, it's limitless. Your body is alerting you to something that's going on in your inner world. So it's a reminder to pay attention to what's going on in your inner conversations. Like, just notice, right, when you're walking down the street, catch yourself, like, what is your inner conversation? Because as soon as you realize it, you can turn it around. Like, are you complaining? Are you worrying? Are you imagining a story of what might happen if you do this, or you're playing out a scene in your head that's negative? Can you switch that around and imagine what the positive outcome would be to that situation? But most importantly, it's how are we talking to our body? Our cells are constantly responding to us. So our thoughts create energy, and that is like being felt by our body. So I'm inviting you guys now to just give it a go. Like, what can you talk, like, is there any part of your body that you're having a problem with, or that you don't like, that you're constantly sending hate towards it? Can you change the story? Can you say something else? Can you shift it to one thing that you appreciate? Or can you just thank it for doing a good job? You know, like, thank you for functioning. Like, think about all that our organs are doing for us, like, all the time. Think about, like, our body parts, our arms, our legs. Like, our legs are taking us places. If we didn't have legs, we couldn't walk. You know, like, give your body some time and talk to it. Like, thank you for functioning. Like, you are incredible. You are magnificent. It's a miracle. Just focusing that energy is actually sending love to those body parts and to your whole energy field. And when you are in that vibration of love, only love can come back to you. I absolutely love reminding everybody about that Dr. Emoto experiment. If you haven't heard it, you should definitely look it up. I'll put a little picture here of the findings, which was when he was talking to the water. He did an experiment where he spoke to the water and he said, I love you and I hate you, and different statements, and he said it every day to the water. And at the end of it, he put the water under the microscope, and you can see how the molecules shifted and changed into either the beautiful, like, snowflake looking pattern from the I love you, and the I hate you one looked like it was starting to decay. So remember that our bodies are made up of a huge percentage of water. So if that experiment can prove how water responded to the words and the energy that he was kind of emitting onto it, imagine what our inner thoughts and feelings are having an effect on our body, and that we can actually turn that around and shift it to our benefit. Like, I actually thought to myself, as soon as I saw the cold sore, I was like, imagine what would have happened if I had have been showering my teeth in love, being appreciative for them, telling them how much I love them, telling them how grateful I am for them. What outcome would I have had then? So I just wanted to share my story and my revelation that I had, in case maybe it will help somebody else that's going through the same thing. If you have anything similar, please let me know in the comments down below, because I'd love to hear it. Because sometimes you just question, like, am I the only one that's getting this? Like, it's so curious. Like, and I think that a lot of people are going through the same thing with inner conversations or speaking negatively to themselves. And it just takes that reminder to turn it around and shift it, and then you can create a new habit that's actually, like, empowering you, and it's spreading you in love then, and then you become a magnet to more things love. So it's so exciting to me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the like button, because it really helps my channel out. And until then, I'll see you guys on the next video. I love you so much.